what's up? What's up, everybody? How are you doing today? I don't know about you, but I am doing like wonderful. Had a awesome time at church on today, and I am like super excited. We are live. We are like well, I am live, and I do have a special guest on here tonight. But this is what I like for you to do. I like to share, tag, and let everyone know that we are on. I need you to share this with everybody. And if you are on here, wherever you are watching this from, please put your name and the link and let us know where you are viewing us from. We're going to have a great conversation tonight and we're going to be talking about cuffing. And I don't want y'all like y'all don't know what cuffing is. Cuffing is cuffing. I don't. Cuffing is cuffing. And don't act like you don't know what cuffing is. And we're gonna be talking about what cuffing is. It's gonna be a great conversation. I have my homegirl on here tonight, and it's going to be live. It's going to be live. So, what I'm about to do, about to show you a video of commercial. And I hope you like this commercial. I hope you support our people that is on here. So let's show this video. And when we come back, we will introduce our guest on tonight. We're gonna talk about cuffing. To cuff or not to cuff? That is the question. Tis the season is our theme for the month. This time of the year, those of the Christian faith reflect on God's gift to the human race in the person of Jesus the Christ. The Conversation Podcast take this time out to reflect on love in its ultimate expression, which is giving. Christ is the reason for this season. How would you like for your company to be shouted out? The Conversation Podcast highlights 2 businesses every month. If you would like for your business to be mentioned, email us at rareimage26 with your information. Launching in spring of 2023 is Kingdom Landscaping Lawn Care in the Grand Rapids area of Michigan. The owner and operator is Deontay Colvin. You can contact him at 1-616-580-0895 for detailed information. Hey ladies, are you looking for an experienced stylist that can get you right? Look no more. If you are in the Northwest Tennessee area, contact Gary Pearson at the Experience Salon located at 620 Old Hickory Boulevard, Suite 450 in Jackson, Tennessee. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. On February 25th, 2023, I Am Hair and Business Summit will be held in Humboldt, Tennessee. Contact Gary Pearson, the host, educator, and influencer at 731-616-5676 for further information. Have you considered sponsoring? You can do so by Cash App or set up recurring payments. Our Cash App is $RareImage26. For recurring payments, email us at rareimage26@gmail.com for more information. Hey, what's up? What's up? We are back. I am texting people that know we are on here on tonight. And I forgot to send my sister the link. And I'm sitting here like, I'm thinking she got it. So we're texting. She's like, why you send me a link? So I am sending her a link right now. But at this time, we're gonna bring on our guest. Right now, she is a friend of mine who I love dearly. We've been friends for like years, like super long time. And she is a comedian, literally a comedian. She was on a podcast not too long ago. And while she was texting rather into the thing, when I tell you she had me cracking up, like it was crazy. It was crazy. So at this time, we bring to the Conversation Podcast, Miss LaWanda Jones. Come on, give her a round of applause.
Hey everybody. Hey
Hey, what's up?
everybody.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
What's up? Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. This is about to be a great subject. I hope some of my friends tune in as well because some people are cuffed and need to be uncuffed. But we're going to get to that.
Exactly. That is like fact right there. We're gonna talk about that. I wish some people could have been part of our conversation on last night. Man, that
Wait,
was a juicy conversation.
Very much so. Very
Yeah.
much so. I think that you learned a lot about me if I probably had you like this.
Yeah, yeah. We know that's part of friendship. It's funny because we've been knowing each other like for a long time, and so it was kind of crazy. We unwrapped in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So
We did, and that's the best part of about it because you feel so um free to engage. And sometimes everybody needs somebody they can just unwrap to. I mean,
yeah,
whether you cuff them or not, you need somebody that you can just unwrap to.
yeah,
And last
yeah.
night was necessary.
Oh, it was definitely necessary. Definitely necessary. I want to owe an apology, open apology to my sister. Like sometimes I forget that. Even though I talked about her computer today to one
Yes,
somebody. And I don't know why I just assumed that she got the information. She can just log in, and she was like, "You going on without me?" I said, "No, I said we were going on." And in my mind, when she didn't log on, I'm like, I thought she got busy or fell asleep because she was on the road last night. She was singing and twerking and singing.
she was not.
Ah,
Oh, you
she
know
was
that lie don't care who tell it.
twerking
You
and
know what it
singing it.
is? You know what it is? You're so
What
gifted
is?
when it comes to things like this, like broadcasting and banning, and you're so good at this that you feel like everybody else should be just as good. We're not. Like I have all the stuff, but I don't know how to use it.
You know what? I think I am guilty of that because sometimes I get in my feels about like you should know how to do this. I don't send you the information, but everybody's not.
Yeah, because when you sent me the link, I thought it was a spam. I was like, I'm not gonna open this. It had a duck on it. Like, what is this?
Hey Josie, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much. We've had this conversation. This
Look, y'all,
cuffing,
y'all gonna see me doing this, even though I have on glasses. Um,
but you can't
because
see. Can't
no,
see.
well, I can see, but it's like, hey, how are you? It says something I need to do.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it says I need to do.
Well, I just tell you what, just talk. That's all we're gonna do because you're gonna end up
Oh, it
finding
says
yourself.
everyone can see you. You're in the show. I'm like, what
Oh,
does this thing
Joe,
say?
Joe and I have this conversation about this time of the year every year. We talk about um inbox conversations and
Ooh,
connecting. And matter of fact, Joe and I had this conversation just the other day. She was sharing with me about like being okay with temporary connections. So it's like,
listen.
yeah,
I
it's
even
gonna be
have a
great.
one. I have a Josie. You would not believe that I had someone to ask me a question that I'm going to pose to this group tonight. And the question was, I'm gonna share it with you first since you're on. The question was, if all men, if majority of the men, because we can't speak for all of them, if men cheat, wouldn't a woman want to be? Would you rather be cheated on and not know, or would you rather to pick the person that he cheats with?
Look, her
I
face is
said,
frozen. Her
I
face
said, is
just
I said, is that before or after we get them cremated? I just need to know.
I mean,
ah.
I
Wait a minute.
mean,
Wait,
And
but
their
before we
point was the point was kind of valid because they said um, you don't choose anyways when men cheat, but sometimes if you have a lot invested in a person, like years, time, love, and you don't want to throw that part away on infidelity. So would you rather for them to introduce you or you approve the person that they cheat with?
well, first of all,
hold on,
that's
I need me some
that's a
hot coffee
oxy-
for this one. I need
that's
some
a,
hot coffee for this one.
that's some oxymoron anyway. Because
Listen,
if I whether I choose the person or um, it just gives a level of acceptance. Like we're okay with it.
well,
If you've
I'm not the person
already,
that's gonna share. I don't like sharing.
I don't like sharing either. Especially I've been waiting a long time for the right one.
And if the
So
right one
so
want to
if
do
if
wrong by
if he
me,
decides to throw it away, now we'll say this, because sometimes women don't like to own up to the fact that perhaps some of the things that they did led to the cheating. And we gotta just quite be honest. Sometimes the way we act, the way we confront the man can belittle him, and that female, that other one is making them feel like the biggest man ever. So sometimes we have to be honest as women to make sure that we didn't run him to the other woman. But
no, ma'am.
if I'm on point doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and you just decide, you gonna have to make that decision, because we ain't finna keep on. Babe, I can do bad by myself. You just take care of your business and
So that,
go on with your life.
so Josie, that
I,
makes
you
me
know,
want to ask you a question.
Hmm.
What, what,
look, wait a minute. I'm just, you know what?
how
This
does
is
a
like a
woman
woman's
drive
conversation,
somebody?
so I'm just gonna turn right here and let y'all just have the conversation.
How does a woman drive? How? Because I want you to tell me too, Darnell. How does a woman drive? What? How does a woman drive a man into the arms of another woman? I think that it's failure of communication. If before you cheat, you should make your spouse aware of the things and how you feel. If he just decides to just cheat, he ain't giving his wife a chance or his lady a chance to fix anything. If he already gonna cheat, now I can't tell you that I'm gonna be a superwoman every day. I can't tell you that. There's gonna be days I'm not. But does that mean that I'm not fulfilling my duty as your lady, as your wife, as your girlfriend, and that gives you permission to cheat? I think that if I cannot cheat, so can he. I get
You
it.
know what? You know what? This is gonna be open. I'm gonna be open and transparent. You know, most of us have dated before, right? And
Mhm.
so like this is my past. I have cheated before.
Have you?
Yes, I have cheated before. I met this wonderful person. This was years ago, and and my reason for cheating had nothing to do with the individual. Great,
Really?
great. Yes, yes. My reason of cheating had to do with me being not a healed man. So I projected my hurt and my infidelity was a manifestation of what was missing in me. And I could not
Okay.
accept the reality of someone being good in my life because majority of the time I dealt with trash. So every person, reason cheating is not right, and I'm not justifying it, but there's reasons behind it for a lot of people. And one thing about a man, and most of us, we don't express our emotions too quickly because, and I just had this conversation just the other day. Most men don't express that they're hurting or their feelings have been disrespected. We don't share that. We we reveal our pain, our distrust in other ways. We lay up, have multiple connections because in the back of our minds, it's like it's either I'm gonna do this or it's gonna be done to me. So I'll be the first one to do it.
Oh wow. Now I can say that I've never cheated. Okay, I've never cheated in a relationship, but I've been cheated on, and I was cheated on someone that I love to pieces. But you know what? I got my lick back. But I was
Wait a
woman
minute,
enough to go to. Yes, I got
I
my
get
lick
your
back.
look
I'm gonna
back.
tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what that means. When you get your lick back, and I know they say two wrongs don't make a right, and it didn't. But there's a saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Well, getting your lick back is this. I put up with this man cheating on me, and I still loved him through the process for over 4 years. He cheated on me. As a matter of fact, he took an engagement set and gave me the ring, but the woman he cheated on me with, he gave her the band. Now I worked in a jewelry store, and when she came in to let me know that she was sleeping with my man, she had the band on to my ring.
That's um
Oh,
that's
he bold. He was
Yes,
bold.
very bold. So let me tell you how I got my lick back. It wasn't when he thought I would get my lick back. I let him know that, listen, I cannot. I'm trying every day to work and be understanding of your infidelity, but I know I can't enter marriage with these feelings that I have. And it was no longer a feeling of I love you unconditionally because the conditions had just been raised. So I
Hmm.
let him know. I said, you know what? The same attention that you get from women that you can't resist, I get the same attention from men. There's this man in particular. He's really hot on my heels. And the only thing that keeps me from saying yes to him is that I'm in a relationship with you. So let me tell you
Hmm.
what I'm going to do. I'm ending this relationship so I can go on a date with this man. And that's exactly what I did.
Wow. So okay.
Definitely.
So we dive deep into that. I was trying to slowly crawl into
Yeah.
that. I was trying to slowly crawl into that space. So we was talking about cuffing. Okay, let's start back with this cuffing thing because we know that cuffing is temporary, right?
Well, some
And
of us know. So go ahead and give us the definition.
yeah, cuffing is a temporary connection. It says I did a little research, and it starts between October. It ends in February. I said September. That's when the talking begin to happen. People, we don't do what we used to do back in the old days where we walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey, how you doing? I think you're attractive. Can I get your number? Can we go out sometime?" We don't do that no more. What we do, we in somebody inboxes. We are DMing like, "Yo, I think you're fine. I think you're sexy. You seem like a wonderful guy, a wonderful woman." So that's what we do. Then we make our connections from there after a couple text messages. Then we make video chat, whatever, right? Um, and so, from what I read, most people only want this level of connectivity is because during this time, this is like it's getting dark. Everybody's in the house and they don't want to be alone. They're not, everything's kind of settling down, right?
Yep.
And don't get I know some people have connected during this time of year. They are together from that point on up until the day.
Yes, I
But
do know some people like that.
yeah, but come on now, if we're grown, we don't experience life, right? You kind of know the patterns of when
A
somebody's just trying
cuffer.
to connect. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
why does it end in February? Like I always wanted to know why the
Fine.
season end in
Cause,
February
cause
because
Valentine's come now, want to buy no gifts.
but, but listen, they cuffing,
Well, I mean,
but
they
they're
stay
cuffing.
until they stay until after Valentine. Most relationships end, after Valentine's up, or that's when the change start happening.
The
After that,
strict cuffers do not stay for Valentine's Day because when you get into that special day, that thing hit different.
yeah,
Listen,
It hit different. It hit different because now, because women want to feel special on Valentine's Day. Period. Men do too, but it's really, women heavy on that day. So if
yeah.
you a
and
strict cuffer, you gonna negate, you gonna disappear. If you stay cuffed, you done disappeared on Valentine's Day. You
You
gonna
know
come
what?
back with an excuse.
I
and I always
find
thought it was because women got tax refunds.
what
That too.
so
Depends.
that's the reason why as you hear you like I seen a meme the other day, and so it was this big girl in the shower, and this guy was real skinny, and he was bathing this girl, and somebody put at the bottom tax
It must
season.
be tax season.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I was really tripping off of that, and it's kind of funny because like y'all women, y'all have a unique way of approaching men during this time of the year.
I don't
Y'all
know
have
how to
unique
approach
ways.
men.
Well, Luana, you're a different woman. Janice's a different woman, but I'm talking in general. Just you got some hood chicks. Maybe I shouldn't use that terminology, but you know those women, and you have met those women that like this time of the year they got a different man, and they're dating this man for a particular reason. It's Christmas time coming up. They want a gift. If they got kids, they want somebody to help them with their children, getting their children's gifts. And then here come the new year. They want somebody to bring the new year in with. Then after February, they want them roses, them flowers, that candy, and all that other stuff.
But most of
And
those type women been working all year now. Don't get that faded. Let's
Yeah,
understand
they've been
those type
working
of
all year.
women. Baby, they working all year for them men's. That ain't no just I'm gonna pick you this time and then they've been working up to that.
I
And
mean,
men, cause men don't like to spend money like that. They had to work up
I
to that.
don't, I don't mind spending money. I'm just meticulous on who I spend money on.
Well,
Like
you know what?
I
I thought that during cuffing season, I think that there's more female cuffers than men, because when you find out in February that the women didn't bought the man the whole year, he just going on with a good thing. He get to meet new people at family Thanksgivings. He get Christmas gifts as if he's a permanent man. He gets Valentine's Day's gift just as good as she would get, and he gets to spend tax money, and he got a place to lay his head.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it to you. I get it to you. But
I'm
my
gonna go cuff
situation,
me a homeless man that can do some stuff.
but my experience, this,
Dead.
this is the truth for me. Now, my experience is like I never forget. There was a couple females that was in my inbox that I found attractive. At one point. You know what I'm saying? And so now
You
they got a
can't say
bunch.
that. You can't say that because I'm getting like bored. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, hey, we already had a conversation yesterday. We talked about this already. So
Like, I
um
want to see who my friend cuff.
So the funny part about it, I had talked to Felicia about it. We laugh about it, and I talked to my sister about it. I was like, man, these folk hit me up and stuff. And this is how they approach me. I'm a heavy guy now, right? Now I've been looking at you for a while, spoke to you throughout the years, and I'm watching you just go through a train of individuals that, you in this abusive relationship, whatever form of abuse that is in, and now you got kids, and now you're not the high end woman that I remember you being. And so now you're in my inbox. Talking about,
Who
I
sent
always,
you?
the old thing said the devil. The devil. It's weird because like during this time of the year, it's really crazy because like, oh, I found you really, really attractive. I noticed you. I noticed you when we was in school, and you always been an upstanding guy. I'm like, well, if I was upstanding guy, why you ain't talk to me then? So I'm looking at like, yo,
Cause you
you
were
got
little. You were little.
look. I wore a
You had
little.
no hair on your face.
Yeah, don't
Yes,
hurt my
and JEA is not playing with these winter bills, so they need you to keep them warm.
Ah, oh,
They need a protector.
I just in the plus I seen in and I'm not gonna call any names, but Joe know because Joe know. Um, I seen, you talk about how men do it, right? I seen the slickness of women and how they cuff the man, and it's funny because he don't realize he has been cuffed. And then you said something. You said they have put the work in all year long. I think that was Jonisha said that they have put the work in all year long. See, maybe us men is not as intelligent to learn how to set the stage up
Yeah.
before somebody come
The
to
No,
few that
sir.
are, there's a
yeah.
few. Baby, they swiping or swiping. They be swiping stuff left and right. They the real deal if they know when to do it. But most guys show up at the same. I got a few guys, a few exes that'll show up around the same time of year. I know they gonna call, or they'll call from another number, but I know it's
Me
them.
too.
Yeah.
Yes,
They call around the
I
same year.
totally
Hey,
agree.
I just been thinking about you lately, and you know, how you doing? I can't check on you or something. What about the
Hmm.
other months of the year? You check on me the same time every year.
Yes, I
Uh,
get the same
oh
same
no,
conversations. But listen,
yo,
I have a question. So what happens? What happens? I feel like what happens is that for women who are women or men who are genuinely looking for or in search of someone to live happily ever after with, you have so many, the majority into this cuffing thing and into the temporary that, and they think it's okay. Men do have like, men are very intelligent. I tell you what, if you told a man you can have this new car, this, let's say, if you can tell a man you can have this Maserati, you can have this Maserati, but this is what you have to do for it. If he really wants it, guess what? He's gonna put in that work to get that Maserati. You tell
mm,
him that about a relationship, but he's okay with it because there's other people out there that'll say yes to his lower standards. Like women's standards, we are in a struggle. Like,
you know what? I always said this. If Jonisha said no to a certain type of man, and that man come to your house and you say no to him, and he go over to another house and she say no to him, as soon eventually he gonna learn that I can't do this
Yes.
anymore.
That's the
And
problem. That
but
that
And
that
see,
what you just said is
uh,
the problem. I'll say no, but the next will say yes.
mhm.
yes, and when
Because
everybody should say no.
when a person don't know they worth though, they'll say yes, just have somebody around no matter. I mean, I was there. You know that this guy ain't no good, but you would say yes because he'll come spend time with you every once in a while. At least I got somebody. For some of us that have
Uh-huh.
been waiting for so long, you will settle for it. At least he come chill every once in a while, or just to have a conversation to hear the opposite sex voice. I've done those things, but it took me to find my words and say, listen, I'm not wasting no more words. I ain't wasting no time. You're not gonna take up my time when the right one is somewhere and I need to be where he at. So I ain't really got time for that. But you have to, man, that's a big thing. A lot of men don't know they work. I see men with the most doggish women ever. Them women
Man,
ain't worth 2 cents, and it's like they cannot see it
and
because
that's
they
what I'm
don't know their worth.
and
And I
what
don't know
happened.
why the good men end up with the not so good women and vice versa. And then us good women got to get the damaged man nurturing him back to hell.
Yes, you
It,
got to
it's just
become mama, and you're like, and then in most cases, when you nurture him back, guess where he go back to?
the other one.
He comfortable being the bottom of the barrel feeder. He comfortable down there, and that's where I leave him right there down there. So I just be okay. I be
You see,
okay with it. Like
that's where you leave him, huh? But let me
that's
tell
where
you
I
this.
leave him.
Let me tell you this. In Jesus, this is gonna sound so terrible what I'm about to say. Y'all pray my strength. Skrenth. Y'all pray my strength. My thing, just be honest. Just say, look here. I ain't looking for nothing long term. I enjoy being up under your rolls. I enjoy eating your food. I enjoy your company. Conversations are great, but I don't enjoy it to the point where I want to be committed to you. And
They
let,
be
let me say
lying
this.
though. I don't even like that because I done had some guys say that and
But
they get full fledged married.
let me
Right?
say. But
They will friend you. You the best friend, but then
wait a
they'll
minute.
go
Let me
marry somebody with lesser standards. Like what?
let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
Because I just saying, don't rate me into a decision. Like, don't do that. And what happens if you tell me? Let's be honest. Like, and I've been here before. I had told this particular person, this is in my not so good days. If you want it, I would just gave it to you. Not my money, but the other things. You know what I'm saying? Because we could
Mm.
have ended that. My emotions wouldn't been as tied into you as they were if you were being completely honest with me. I would have walked away differently. So you just never know what deal you willing to make. It may not be. It's kind of like you doing a contract. Now I'm not gonna give you my full time. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do, but I will do this today, and they're gonna be it. And when this connection's over, then you go your way, I go my way. Now I know it might seem kind of un whatever, but like be honest and let people make their decisions however it may be. And you might be surprised what you get. And I know it may seem like, well, I don't be no second class, I don't be no second class, but it put the ball in your court and let you decide what game you want to play. If you want to play this game, like, I'll forget it. I'm bouncing. I'm too good for this.
Now
And I'm not.
that I can agree with. I can
Yeah,
agree with that because we had that in the conversation last night. I said
yeah.
it's okay to meet different people, but the biggest thing that you can ever do to me to get me to never talk to you again is take away my right to choose.
Yep. That's right.
Let
Don't
me
tell
have the
me you're
right.
right. Don't take my choice away. That's it.
Don't take my
That,
choice
that
away.
that's it. And so, like, the problem I have with this cuffing season is that a lot of people walk into your life with this false pretense because they just want something. They don't want to be by
Hmm.
themselves. They want that game. And I feel sorry for y'all women, especially black women, man, with children. You got these men that never held a job down, and they walk into your life, and all of a sudden, I mean, they all in love with you, man. They cutting your toenails, they washing you up. I mean, they cooking your breakfast and all this
Wait a
type. You can't,
minute.
yeah. I mean, look, I truly believe I know some guys that do that. I know them. They clean the house.
Oh,
And
I'm so
about
tickled.
seriously, I've seen it. I've seen it. They clean the house, and she going crazy. I
Playing
mean, on
stepdaddy.
Saturday mornings, he out there washing the car, vacuum out. Well, it's with her money though, but he out there cleaning. he, he's out there cleaning it, and like,
I was
wait a minute, I like this. It's okay to not want what someone has to offer. Absolutely.
yes, it is. Now, you know what? When I think about cuffing season, because I really don't really think about it, but when I do think about cuffing season, I always think about people being broken and they want to attach themselves to something, to someone else to make themselves feel whole. It's kind of like just wearing handcuffs. You're not okay when you're in handcuffs by yourself, but if somebody cuffed to you, you like, you know what? I think I can go a step further, or I can do something that I've never done before. I just think it always comes from somebody broken. Now, I do find that cuffing season only exists in people who don't know how to date healthy. And it was not until I got to Tennessee that I realized here in West Tennessee, there's only very few people who know what healthy dating is.
Tabitha is on it tonight. She said homeless humpers.
Tab, we just talked about that last night. I'm not fooling with you. I'm not.
That's exact.
Homeless
That is exactly
humpers.
homeless humpers.
Those are the
And,
ones that live with you. Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say this because I'm trying to keep it PG, and that's the only thing they can basically give you.
That's
For
it.
real, for some of them, they ain't got nothing else to going to the table. They ain't got no legs and nothing. You got all the screws, go to the table. You got to do it all yourself. But it's staying real good once you get it up.
So y'all
Temporary.
listen. Believe it or not, I had an ex to reach out to me just 3 weeks ago and say, "Lawanda, everything has changed in my life, and I'm very interested in trying to get to know you again, and I want you to be my wife after his second divorce now." And I was like, "So why are you reaching out to me now?" He was like,
Right.
I've lived life and everything and done all the things that I need to do. And I was thinking, what woman did I miss out on? And it was you. Okay.
Uh,
Fast forward. The story is you face some health issues and you have to have your leg amputated, and you need somebody there to take care of you now. Sir, you need a CNA. You don't need me. When you had me, you didn't know how to treat me. I'm not coming back for the worst part of your years.
yeah,
I don't think I should be obligated to.
You,
right.
But
you know
he
what? You know
literally
what?
thought I was still that same gullible person that I would be like,
Mhm.
oh, but I used to love him so much, so let me go back. No.
Let me tell you, most people that's into this cuffing during this time, say they are opportunists. Opportunists. Like that's all they are.
Yeah.
They just want to link up. They don't care who. This is a God's no truth and make y'all laugh. I have a relative. I have a relative that this was years ago, and I had Jonisha laughing about this conversation. So this particular relative came to me. He's like, yo, cuz, I can hook you up with this fine chick. I said, fine. Well, she ain't really just fine. She like that, but beauty's an eye of the beholder. So I'm like, oh, okay, like what's up? So he's like, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that you don't want them too big, but you gotta look past that. I'm like, well, if the personality straight, then it is what it is. And he's like, but I'm like, because you gotta get away from that. I said, what you mean? See, what what you don't realize, this girl give you anything you want. So he showed me a picture of the girl. I said, look, I don't mean no harm. And I said, I'm not a picky individual. I said, I would not date her just to get a Gucci belt, a Gucci wallet, and some red bottom shoes.
Oh.
But you gotta see, man, she good in this. I should ask him how she good in that. She
He
can
wanted
cook.
you
Passing it
to
along.
right.
Yeah.
He wanted you to take her off his hands. Get her out the
Well,
way.
cause he had somebody else, So he was telling me, and so I start looking at his pattern, and I was like, yo, I'm not picky, I'm not that picky at all. I'm like, I see beauty in some. Joni used to tell me like, bro, I don't know what you seen in that. She's because I can see beauty in the unique way.
He
But
see beauty in a unique way, and he also don't see sometimes. You know how women they just have slick conniving ways, and like my brother, bless his heart, to all you single women out there, watch yourself because I'm watching. I take I do background checks.
I'm watching 3.
Okay. A lot of women have sneaky ways of, because they know my brother is a giver. They know he's a caretaker. He takes care of home. If you got kids, he'll treat them like, and they'll just, what's the old song? Keep on using me until you use
Until you
me up.
use
They'll
me up.
use them.
Yes.
And we not doing that. We not, and he don't be seeing, like, but they're so nice. And I'm like, no.
But what part of him does he need to work on himself to where he don't accept it? He shouldn't have to have
well,
security around his heart. That's his heart. And I
well,
always believe in that you teach people how to treat you.
absolutely. I could talk openly about that, and I started going through this process of healing. And one of the podcasts where I was on here by myself, I talked about that. And Jonisha and I don't have like late night conversations. I'm talking about probably within last year before she moved to North Carolina. So this is my story, and this is not every man's story. Because everybody want to lump things up together with everybody's experience. But my experience was coming from a broken home. So losing everything played a part in a lot of my decision making. So I didn't understand the whole thing about grown up relationships and why things didn't work out or whatever the case may be. I was a daddy's boy. The man that was my that I called daddy, I thought that was my biological father until my uncle, who was drunk at the time, decided to tell me that wasn't my daddy. And so a lot of things happened at that particular time of my life. And it's so crazy because you never think that one simple experience or what seemed to be simple from a certain perspective will reflect on your life as you grow up. But the reality of it is, it does.
We had this
And
conversation last night where I
yeah,
said, listen, it was when I was 9 that someone violated me and took away my right to choose. Little did I know it would play a part in my relationships as an adult. That's the first thing I look for. If you don't give me the opportunity to make my own sound decision, I don't want you because you're not listening to me. And a lot of men come and the first thing they want to say, like, I don't like the compliment from a man to say before he knows me, you're sexy. Because I sexy to when a man tell you your sex tells me that I'm sexy from the jump, that means that he's looking at me at a physical aspect and he's not trying to get to know me. That deads the conversation for me. Have I missed the opportunity of actually getting to know some good men because they had poor choices of words? Probably so. But for me, I just want you to get to know me first. And
yeah,
I have never in my life had a man, and I have been engaged 3 times. I have never had a man to truly care or have a concern about what made me me, what made me think or move like the way I move. And that's why I've never made it to the altar. I just made it to the engagement. Because when you think about it, when you
Mm.
say, I'm literally finna sign up for the rest of my life, and you get to pondering over those moments where did he show up for me then, or did he care? Did he ever ask me, I know I did this, but how did it make you feel? Like, I needed a partner that was going to listen to me and hear me to understand, not just to respond or not just to, be. And because I was that person, I'm still that person with anybody. But, I was like, I can't spend the rest of my life being in a relationship or being married to somebody and still being lonely. So I would say no.
oh, that's the
But
worst feeling ever.
we are still amazing friends. I actually introduced my daughter's father to his wife.
you
He
you
wasn't good
you a
for me.
strong one.
He
But
wasn't good for me, but he was good for her.
that's a good woo. That's something that we have to realize. in meeting, and we don't get away from cuffing. We on a whole different subject. Sorry, good people.
That is cuffing.
I'm holding up my cup. I'm holding my cuffing moment until y'all get through. Go on.
This is good. Sometimes I had to realize, like, like we meet people and it don't work out, and you're angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did not Jonisha like me? I'm such an awesome guy, and this whatever. Well, the truth of the matter is, maybe you just not meant for Jonisha. Y'all personalities may not be whatever. Maybe sometimes you gotta be okay with knowing that everybody don't want you. Everybody don't desire, So the other night, Jonisha and I and Tabitha was talking about. Jonisha kicked out the conversation. She was talking about our friend Tabitha and her unique takes on food. So Tabitha is from the West Coast, and so down south and out east, we like a lot of butter, a lot of seasoning. And she was like, "No, I just don't like this. I don't like that." And Jonisha like, "Well, that's just your culture." And Tabitha was like, this, that, whatever. She said, "No, that's your culture." She's just like my brother. My brother grew up in Florida, and my brother likes salt on his rice. I like salt and pepper on my rice. And so we end up talking about I'm a chitlin eater, so y'all can judge me. I don't care. Judge your mama. You'll be all right. So I said that when I eat chitlins, I like my chitlins on a bed of rice. And we was talking about that. And so Joe like, "Oh, that is so disgusting." I'm like, "Girl, you don't know what you missing. That's fine." But the reality of it is, that's not Joe. Like, I would never eat it. And she may prepare for me the way I like it. But that's not something that she get into. That's my taste. And sometimes we gotta be okay with realizing that I'm not somebody else's taste.
You know what keeps people from being okay?
Thank you, Auntie.
Honestly, though, it's when they deal with rejection and abandonment, they're never okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To know that somebody didn't like me, and they very well could be just because our personalities didn't click together. They'll look at it as something's wrong with me. You didn't want to be with me because of this, that, and the third. And so you really have to dig into your own personal issues, which most people don't want to do that. They don't want to have to dig for that. It's like digging into your history and find out that, it's murderers in your family. You don't want to dig into that because you don't know what's going to come up behind it. And so what happens is cuffing becomes a coping mechanism.
It does.
People cuff to be okay with not being rejected, because at that moment, they're feeling everything. It could be nothing. You could just be coming just to Netflix and chill. But I'm gonna take this moment, and it's gonna be they use their imagination and they get caught up in a fantasy world instead of what the reality of the relationship is. So then that's why people get heartbroken after cuffing season is over, because your cuffing for coping backfired on you.
Look, Auntie just said it right here. What you just said. She said, "We are easily rejected, so would rather believe the lie and end up hurt later." Amen.
Oh, amen.
Yeah.
But y'all know that Christians don't cuff, right? Y'all know Christians don't cuff.
Baby, let me tell you, they the cuffing session. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why they the main ones to be cuffing. Because everything, depending on what denomination you in out that, everything is no. Do not do this. Thou shalt not do that. And so they'll cuff. They're the main ones to be coping with cuffing.
Man,
because they're trying to make it through to the other side. But sometimes them holy days get lonely. And I can speak to that.
So lonely.
Darnell knows. First, I told him I've been holding 40 years and 40 nights. And trying to hold on. Sometimes I'll settle for conversation. But I was just confronted in a class that told me, Joe, no more plan Bs. Because I can honestly say the conversation or the occasional cuff may be a plan B for me to hold on until my change comes. But what do you do if you feel like God forgot to give you your change back? Those are the things that people need to speak about, because if you don't get it out there, you start settling for anything. And I love Amani. She put something on here, and she tried to get me in there. trauma responses versus healthy responses.
Can you tell the
Um,
Yes,
difference?
ma'am.
one of the things that we talked about in class, Imani, when Apostle said something about uh um trauma bonding. Sometimes you will bond with a person because they know your pain, and just because they know your pain don't mean they are good for you. And people do that a lot. You understand me? That's not necessarily true just because we've been through the
Listen,
same thing.
Right?
listen, listen. So I had a conversation with one of my friends, and we was talking about dating for me. And so they was like, "Well, don't you want somebody in the church, that understands you, understand what you believe?" Now, I'm not saying to be unequally yoked. That's not what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I have seen unhealthy connections under the umbrella of religion and same belief system because you understand. And especially if you one of those people who say, I've been hurt in the church, trying to do God's will, and y'all connect like, yeah, Bishop hurt me, Apostle, Prophet hurt me, and you connect on that, and both of y'all like got some issues.
It's
And
gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
hurt mess.
Right, Auntie, you're right. We link up with people with familiar trauma experiences, and they become our comfort, and unhealthy comfort. Trust and believe. I talk about this like openly, like, and I said this the other day. I think it was with LaWanda we was talking about, and we was talking about something, and I was talking about my weight loss and how I gained the weight and all this type of stuff, and being in a bad relationship. And she said, "How did you get big?" I said, "Well, I'm being honest. I got two vices." She's like, "What? She's like, what's your two vices?" I said, "Either I want to have sex, or I want food." Because though both of them my comforts.
Mm-hmm.
Connect with people that that experience the same stuff we experience, and here we are, we comforting one another and settling in our trauma, not dealing
Mm-hmm.
with, not confronting it, but settling in our trauma. And so we like, yeah, your daddy left you too, then yeah, my daddy left me too. Your mom
Yeah.
was a crackhead, yeah, my mom was a crackhead too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We should be together.
we should be
Yes.
together.
And we should love each other forever. We can heal I can heal your hurt and you can heal mine. I promise you, I tell everybody, I totally thank God for being able to separate myself from different things and then allowing him to work on me before I jump into something else. Because out of even single, 48 till this day and still in single, I have never felt lonely. I don't even know what that feels like. I have never felt like I need a man with me. I feel lonely for a man. I don't.
Mm.
Mm. Well, God bless you. I'm glad you because I just
And
got
it may
over
be,
some.
you know what,
I
Darnell? It
just
may be because I
yeah.
surround myself with men like you, and what I need emotionally, that y'all give it to me. Like you compliment me. That may be one of the big things. You listen to me. That may be something. That's probably why I don't feel lonely. But I used to think
You know
that was
what?
because I had 14 brothers. Like,
But
My
no.
God.
some my bishop. Um, it's funny that we talking about this. He didn't know we was talking about this. So today's sermon, like some of this conversation was part of the message
Wow.
today. It was like crazy. So I had called one of the sisters of the church, and we was talking about something. She said, "You gonna be on this Sunday?" I said, "Yeah, we gonna be on." And so she was like, "What you gonna talk about?" And I said, "The cuffing season, to cuff or not to cuff." And we had a conversation about what this was gonna be like. And my pastor said something like several things that laid so heavy on me uh, in his message. Uh, and that caused me to look at things differently in relationships differently. And so he just asked this question. He said, "So now that we realize this, what is the answer?"
The answer is what Imani said, the healthy responses. The healthy responses
Healthy responses.
should be to do an inner scope and a self-evaluation to know, because the reason why we settle for things is because there are things that we know is wrong with us, that if they'll accept that, then they must be it. And that was part of my thing. Like, there were a few things that I deal with that troubled me to a point, and if I released it, to that person, they was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. It drew me to them because they were okay with my shortcomings. And so I think if you do a self-evaluation and work on those things, then you won't feel the need to settle based on, because I know what I bring to the table now. Like my whole perspective of who I am and even the shortcomings that I have,
Mhm.
I know that uh no man can fix it, no relationship can fix it. There are things that I submit to the one that can fix it only, and not look for that thing to be
Right.
in a man. So it causes me to not accept just anything that comes my way. Mama Jackie said something about dating healthily. Like, who was taught to date? Like in the church, they don't teach you to date. They just say no. They don't tell you
Can you get
how.
Mama Jackie to tell us what she think dating healthy is?
Please, somebody tell us.
Because
Holy
when I
God.
say dating healthy, I mean like when I go out on a date, I go out on a date. It's two individuals who have like mind interests in the same thing, be it movie, be out to eat, window shopping, and we go do those things. That is dating. And
Mm-hmm.
then and when you're dating, you can date while you wait. While you wait for your Boaz, go ahead and date. You can date more than one person. Because what are you losing? You are literally getting to know a group of people. You're getting to know seven. I'd rather for you have a selection of seven people that you date to choose from. And if one of the people say, hey, you know what? I would like to get to know her on an exclusive level. That means you
Mm-hmm.
don't date the other six anymore. You date that one person, but he has to date knowing that he's dating with something else, with a future in mind. He's dating to be dating and in a relationship. But it all takes a part. It all has to have you have to have a conversation. And one of the most things I found hard for other people is being totally honest. You know, I had the most respect I ever had for a man locally was a man who was like, "Look, I just like your body, and I just want to see if I can have sex." I've respected him from the moment because that was his first. He didn't try to mess up any of my time. He came from the gate, letting me know what he wanted. Didn't take away my right to choose. I said no, and he literally was like, "I respect that." Still on my Facebook feed list, probably saying the same line to 15 other women, but listen, it ain't me. But I still, I mean, I totally respect, his honesty. And I'm like, you don't have to tell a story to get, you don't have to tell a story to get a true person's attention. You don't, you ain't
That's
got
what
to
I was.
lie.
That's what I was talking about. Don't rate me
You should
into
keep it,
decision.
yes,
Yeah,
you should keep it
just
100.
100. Yeah.
And I always tell women, do not go in telling, when a man say, what are you looking for in a man? Don't tell him. But applaud him. Make that mental note to yourself. But applaud him when he does those things. Because when you tell a
Oh,
person,
that's
man or
so
woman,
good.
when you
Yeah.
That's
tell a
good.
person what you want, what you're looking for,
They try to
they
be
sub
that.
yes, they subconsciously conform to that.
You know
And
what?
then
It's so funny because you had me after the conversation you and I had. You had sent me that same information. You said from this point on, when you're dating, don't tell that person what you want. Just make a mental note of it, and as they go along, just check it off. So, okay, they did
yes,
this. I paid attention that they did this and did that. And when you said that, my mind just went back because what happened was like Joe said. Like if I said that, okay, I like a woman who cooks. I'm using for example. And so here you are, you trying to invite me over to your house to cook dinner. No,
Oh,
you really don't cook. No,
oh,
you
right,
really don't
baby.
cook.
Or,
You
or
you
order a
you,
meal
you
and put it in nice bowls.
right.
Baby,
That's
let me
that's
tell
the
you,
move, Joe. That's the
baby.
yeah.
move.
Then you get
That's,
married, you can't get a meal for nothing, baby.
Or anybody who know me that I'm a sleek nerd. I like talking about technology, science, and the what ifs, and I like talking about the universe and the possibilities. And I'm telling you, that's what I like. So here you are, you come to me like, I read this article the other day talking about exploration. They was talking about exploring Jupiter and what might exist on Jupiter, and they all into that and like getting me all excited. Then down the road, I didn't really like that anyway. I didn't like
I
you
just
because you
did that
know
for
that.
you.
Yeah, I just did that
Yes.
for you, and you know, so
Like, what?
I would tell. That's
my
one
big
thing I will. I would tell my brother, listen, I don't like this, but since you want to watch it, I'll watch
Yes.
it with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest with him. He don't like it because I
And
know
that's
it's
somebody.
something that I'm gonna want to do that he doesn't like. Can y'all answer me this question though for real? Because Mama Jackie's putting some good
Wait,
stuff
wait.
in there.
She is. She
Um,
is. Let's get to what the question that the Wanda says. Just hold your thought, Joe. Auntie said, free to go on dates, date with couples, take time to know before getting into a covenant. And I think that's what like
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
guilty of it. I'm guilty
that's
of
my
it.
question for LaWanda.
Yeah.
Why do okay, you said date. Like
Date.
I've always felt some type of way with dating multiple people. And maybe it's because I did what you said not to do. I revealed my heart too soon and got attached too soon. So, how do you teach? Because I've always felt like it was wrong for me to be, because it's like, I'm not one of those people, but I know some people that forget people's names because they date too many people at one time. Like, so how do you, I mean, hey, people don't mess around there and get two guys with the same name. You be messing up
Listen,
with John you with.
you
Right.
literally, but when you're dating healthy, when you're dating and you date multiple people, like I can tell you, I have dated 5 people at the same time. Was going out on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. And if somebody else wanted to go out, if I had time, I would say yes to it because I knew and I made it understood from the beginning. We ain't doing nothing but going out. But when you think about other people's definition of dating, everybody, like I could announce that I didn't even announce. Here's a good example. Darnell invited me to church. I went to church with my friend. I posted the picture of me and my friend on my page. You know how many messages I got? Oh, I see that you with him. I see that you must be, that's why you couldn't call me back. Or I mean, I literally I called Darnell, was like, is anybody in your inbox or anybody sending you messages? Who is he? That's the reason that you can't give me no time? No. That's not, and it's not for me to explain to you either. If I'm not dating you, if I'm not dating you exclusively, it's not for me to explain to you. He asked me to go somewhere. I went. Now I'm gonna ask on this live. I'm gonna ask Darnell out on a date because I owe him this, but not because I owe him this, because I want to ask him out. So he can, y'all watch his facial expressions when I ask. But I'm gonna ask before this live is over. But he nervous
You know,
now.
look, she said she was gonna do this just to get what response was. She said it last night. If Felice was on the line, she would tell you this woman is a
Listen,
comedian. I'm looking at her like,
look at me, y'all. I'm not being comedian Wanda J right now. I don't have no. And before we did the live, let me tell you what he told me. He said, "You got an hour before we log on, so you can go put them lashes on." I said, "Oh, I'm not going to put no lashes on. He gonna get this face just like this. Like,
ain't what happened.
we
That's not
not
what
dating.
happened.
We not
That ain't what
dating.
happened. They ain't, that's not
So
even what happened.
this is why you still don't have, I don't have lashes on, because listen, I'm gonna ask you. I did say I was gonna ask you. I did. But
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask you because he asked me out. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I was at the doctor's office and he was so nice about it. He even asked me, is there anything I can do? Do you want me to come sit with you? But you know, ladies, when you go to that one particular doctor, you'd be like, no, want a man up there with me. So he was being very inquisitive, wanting to know why is something going on. I'm like, yeah, but you know, I can't tell you this, but I do want to make sure that I acknowledge that yes, it felt good for you to ask me out. And I wasn't able to go out on that particular day, but I am gonna turn around and ask him out. I know it may not be the Christian way of things that a woman shouldn't be asking a man out, or is it? But this woman finna ask him out. So Darnell, this week can I take you out? It can
This
be the
week won't
restaurant
be.
of your choice.
This week
Okay.
won't be. I literally my bishop preaching the convocation on Friday. Thursday's rehearsal,
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday is church, and Tuesday is we have prayer, and I'm at work. And
Okay.
Saturday I'll be at the convocation. Now, what we could do, we can go out and eat on Sunday. No, I can't do something because we got to think of that church Sunday.
I
So
have
this week,
surgery on Friday, so you know.
yeah.
But you know
Look,
what? I
look,
can bring you. I can
Tabitha,
bring you lunch to work. I can bring you lunch to work. How about that?
it's gonna have to be dinner because you know I work second shift and third shift, so it's gonna be when you getting off. So
Oh, that makes it easier for me because I'm working all week long.
Y'all, look at this chick, y'all. Don't
Y'all
tell
see how
y'all, but
y'all
one,
see how
you
y'all
know,
see how it goes, how long it takes you to get a decent man to say yes to a date. Now, had he been a cuffer, baby, he would have said yes. He would have said yes in the beginning. But he's a decent man, so he's like, well, honestly, I this is what I have to do. A cuffer would have been like, yeah, go ahead, come on, take me out. you you paying? I'm staying. We're going Red Lobster.
look,
Baby,
you got my phone ringing. See, you don't start.
my God.
My phone ring.
So Darnell, as long as we can go out before the end of the year, that would be great for me. Okay.
I'm cool with that. But see,
Okay.
I like the
Now
way
I'm
you
gonna be
put it.
dating. I'm gonna be dating while I'm waiting. I want you to know that. Okay.
I like how she put it. So like she gave us a definition of dating. Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, when I heard somebody dating, I'm to all my saints, I need you to log out just for a quick second. I'm not gonna say anything too unholy, but if it's gonna bother you, then I just need you to kind of log out a little bit.
Yeah, they think dating is sexy.
See, that's what I was about to say. So like when you hear like, oh, I went on a date, they automatically think, they got the eyes emoji, and then they like, so what you do? Like I just chill. You know,
Right?
I just
Maybe
had
because I ain't
fun.
had more than one at a time. It's probably why they eyes be looking like that, baby. Because I'm looking for the 5 days a week because I ain't never had more than one
But
option
this the funny
at a
part
moment
about
in
it.
time.
Joe, let me tell you something. My daddy, who has 24 children by 6 different women, used to tell me
Oh, Jesus
that
bless him. He was
that
really having fun, wasn't he? He was having a
he
lot of
took
fun.
care. Listen, he took care of all of us. I promise you. But he used to say, if you only give your attention to one man, every other man will look past you. They will look past you, especially when you're single. And a man probably won't choose you because they think something wrong with you. You can be beautiful and have a kind heart. You can be a woman of virtue. But the moment that somebody else shows interest in you, they all coming. And that has not failed. Have you ever like started being in a relationship and you're in a relationship now, and the people that you used to notice or try to get their attention, they didn't even see you until you start being in a relationship with somebody else. They come out the woodwork like a war. They come out like soldiers. Like, listen, because a lot of times people will play safe. A lot of men and women, they come in and elude and give you just enough, and they know that if you're a good woman, you're gonna wait. They'll give you
Yeah.
just enough. I want to be with you. I want to. You're a great person. I want to get to know you. I want to be in a relationship with you, and you will hold on to that and sit there and wait. Meanwhile, they going out on dates with other people, doing whatever they want to do, and you sitting there waiting for them to choose you. You better date while you wait. You better date what you have a right to
Yeah,
choose.
that's
You know what?
Darnell know my testimony. I'm more like, have you ever saw Just Right?
Yes.
I am Queen Latifah. They can go on a date with me and everything, but they put me in the friend zone. Like, you're the best girl ever. And I'm like,
Guess
okay.
what? I used to be Queen Latifah. I'm still Queen Latifah when they find out that she ain't coming up off nothing. So then I'm back being Queen Latifah. But guess what? The time that I would have been sitting at home at night by myself or twiddling my thumbs, not feeling lonely, but at least I went out on some dates. I got to meet some great people, got have fun. I mean, that's
That's
healthy
probably
dating. I went.
that's probably why I stay on the road so much because I don't get that. And now that I moved North Carolina, these dudes, I don't know what they be thinking. Baby, they want you to drive to them and come. Ch-
They
Okay,
want you to
I'm just
what?
gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. Praise God. But
You know
I
what?
think that's a thing too. Like, for somebody like me, I don't know if it's something in front of your camera or something. I don't know what
It's
happened.
me.
Okay.
It's me.
Um, I don't
Darnell's
I
gonna
don't
kill me.
know if, especially being an entertainer, I don't know if the guys automatically assume that you just with people or I don't know what that is. But I just sort of look over it. It's been 40 years and 40 nights. Praise God.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
wouldn't you? But wouldn't you have rather had fun or enjoy those
I would
4
love
years or
to have.
49.
I would love to get out and date, but I just don't get that approaching. I don't. I don't know. And I'm a very friendly person, and they'll come up and talk.
Well, I can
Uh,
tell you this. I'm in entertainment as well, but I had to do something I never done before to get different results. And I
you
enjoy
want to talk
life.
about that later, baby? Because I don't know what else to do. I I do not know what else to do. Okay, all right.
I truly enjoy life. Like, I mean, I literally enjoy life, don't set boundaries for yourself. Like, I never thought that I would. I always, and I still say, my husband he gonna look just like me. He gonna be a black man. But when I date, I don't have no boundaries, and I enjoy people of other races. I enjoy people of other backgrounds, ethnicities. I really have enjoyed them, and it's because I took the barriers off of myself.
So you open yourself up.
I did, and it has been, and I don't, and my sister asked me, why do you still say that your husband is gonna be, or the person that you end up with, you prefer him to be of the same race as you? And I just always tell you, there is nothing more sexier to me than a God fearing black man. I mean, it does it for me every time. So I just literally just feel like, okay, yeah. He, but while I wait, I'm a date. I'm
I
learn
got you. I got
Spanish.
you. I
I'm gonna
got
learn
you. It
Spanish.
makes
I'm
sense.
gonna learn
You
Arabic.
said
I'm gonna learn.
uno,
Mm-hmm.
como
Dos,
esta,
¿Cómo
tres.
está? Muy
um,
bien.
muy
Yes.
sure,
See,
sure.
I
see,
Hey,
got
all that.
you. It makes sense. It
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
I'm doing Arabic too. Yes, we doing
Akbar.
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 Yes.
Salah.
Hmm.
um, it makes sense. Like what my favorite fruit is mango. Donisha can't stand
I
it.
can't stand it.
I love mango. So it
I like
makes
it
sense.
better now that I'm older. I can eat the fruit, but I don't want mango flavored things.
Yeah. Well, it's just like
My
the orange flavor. It's like orange flavored things is not. It doesn't have the real. It's not really orange. You know what I'm saying? So the mango itself, and that makes sense. Okay, but it's saying this though. Getting back to this. Um, like we have to understand what dating is, right? So dating is not sexual. It's just going out and enjoying, somebody else's company, right?
hmm
So it just mean like Auntie said, not making a covenant. No, you got to
Yeah.
get
right.
to know before you make a covenant. And I think that's one of my reasons. Like people like, why are you single? I got a lot of reasons why I'm single, but um, I can't help, especially the field that I am in. It teach you how to study people, and I hate that sometimes.
Mm.
But it's definitely have been a blessing because now I don't judge nobody for whatever shortcomings you have because this ninja right here is not perfect at all. And sometimes I feel like I need to go lay on somebody's couch to get some counseling. But in saying that, I have become to realize that I have been saved because when I noticed somebody wasn't right, like now I may never tell you that I know you ain't right, but what I will do, I will slowly put myself away. Like, man, Joe crazy. They were like,
And
why you
even
ain't
in dating,
call?
it's okay to exit. Even in dating, it's okay to exit. I mean,
Joe be like,
but
why
when
you
you
ain't
date,
call me? Like, Joe crazy.
yes, but when you date, don't have that conversation of dating exclusive. When you date, you just answer the questions that are asked to you. You don't
Fine.
go in and be like, yes, and let go ahead and back up. Let me tell you about my exes and let me go. No, when you're dating, you're just going out to enjoy time. You don't go out to you ain't
Mhm.
you let the person when you date, like when a man asks me out on a date, I don't go and divulge my whole life. I literally go out on a date, and if we're at the movies, I'll talk about the movies, and then when it's time to leave, I get in my car, he gets in his car, and we go. I look in my rearview mirror, make sure he ain't following me, and put my hand on Lucy, and just be like, that was a good date.
Yeah.
If we have a conversation again, we have a conversation again. If we don't, I didn't lose anything. You know what I'm saying? I
Man,
didn't
that's
lose
good.
anything. I had a good time.
That is, you know what? The more that you talk, the more I realize, like what I did. I put eggs in a basket too soon.
So you
I put,
said you were gonna date, but you're really looking for a relationship.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
people who are really desiring a relationship, when they try to date, they lose the people that they dating because that's all they thinking on is that's how they moving. They moving subconsciously like a person who want to be married tomorrow. Like
yeah.
that was
You and
That's
I had a
that's probably me.
you and I had a conversation just a couple weeks ago that I like, yo, I had made this amazing person, and I'm like, the conversation was fire. Now, so I did not know, the proper definition of sapiosexual. So sapiosexual is someone that they get turned
me.
on by intelligence and all that type of stuff, conversations, and I get happy when I talk to somebody and the conversation is lit. I could be on phone with you for hours, and it seemed like I just started talking to you, right? So,
I can
um,
do this for
I
hours. All right, go on.
yeah, so
Hours.
I got
Been
caught
doing
up
it
in
for
the
a long time.
conversation. How you doing? We talked about everything from religion to politics to science
Oh yeah,
to
she had your
social
toes
stuff.
curled, baby.
Those curls.
Like I was
This
like happy. I was happy. Then all of a sudden, just I get texted by, and I'm like, we just started this journey.
you fell in love too soon.
Well, it wasn't. I did not fall in love, but it just.
You fell in lust. You fell in
I,
the you. You know what? It's I know it's
I
sometimes
fell
that
for
we
the. I
project.
fell for the possibility. I fell for the
Yes.
possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
Fall in
faucet
love with
got
the
turned on, and
possibility.
then she took the pipes out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got my pipes back.
Possibility. And do you know
I
that
got
can be
my
a
pipes
dangerous
back.
place? That can be a dangerous position to be in. Is to
Hmm.
have your possibilities to lead you before you to make the interest before you even enter. Like
Mm.
literally, I had to pump the brakes on myself because I used to be, and even regardless if it was in a relationship, even if it was in like my family members, my friends, before I would be the person who would lead. And you know what it ended up happening? I would be the person that would lead. Let me go ahead and help you do this before they even ask. I want to be that person that does this first for you. I want to help you. You don't have to ask me. And then a lot of times my feelings ended up being hurt because when I would do those things for people, but I would add an expectation of them to return to me without me having to ask because I did those things. But that's not their fault that they not me. That was my fault.
I don't know
So
who
I had to.
Moxa Cecilia is, but Moxa Cecilia said the fun part is when you're married to that person. The conversations get wacky and fun. We be debating who the Smurf's mom is since it's only Papa Smurf. That's the type of conversation I be having.
What?
I,
Listen,
that's my
to
type
the
of conversation.
married person that just commented, my aunt and uncle they've been married for 46 years and they still go out on dates.
That's it.
Is
You
that
got to keep
important?
dating the person. You got to keep dating.
Hmm.
Is that is that important? Is that
I
the
think it
married
is.
lady? I think so too.
I think it is. I think you know what it's so funny because I had an argument with one of my friends about me, right? And so I said to her, I said, look, I said, I'm not that same 17-year-old. My desires, like the argument was my favorite color. Your favorite color is blue. I know it's blue. That's your favorite. I said, that's not my favorite color. Yes, it is. At one point in time, that's all you wore. You wore blue or black. So that's your favorite. I said, that's not my favorite color. So what's your favorite color? I don't have one anymore. And this comes, I'm saying it's short. It went on for a good minute. Like she got heated over what she thought my favorite color was.
Because a lot of
And I
times
said,
people want to still keep you in that time
"Mhm."
where they knew you
And
and
that's
they
why
don't
Hmm.
you're
dating
not that same
is
person.
necessary. Right. And that's
But
why
what
dating is necessary.
that's what happens in marriages too. They stop dating the person and things change within them. That's the whole purpose of renewing your vows because you got to make sure you still want to be with that person that has now developed because that person that you married, I want the person that I married 10 years ago. You're not going to get that person.
Yeah. Amoxicillin said, I love her, or his name. Um, Said we call them laundry dates, weed pulling dates, etc., etc. But when it's your best friend, you can do anything and have each other rolling. Facts.
Yes, that's that part.
Facts.
Like my aunt and uncle did a TikTok, and my uncle is a bishop, and he popped her on her behind, and she said, "Ooh, daddy," and it just tickled me. It tickled me. I was like, "Oh my god, I want that. That's what I want." And everybody else probably looked at the TikTok and was like, "What? He's a bishop. He should not carry himself like that." But when you married to your best friend and you date them and you go through things, yes, you should. You should be projecting the image of God of saying, "Listen, we still human. We still human. We still have fun. We still together. We got
The
40
big,
plus years under our belt."
the biggest
Mm-hmm.
expression of God's love is how we interact with one another. That is the biggest expression. So if I'm married, you know, in my expression to my wife, to my partner, if I'm married to you and I do those things, I'm expressing God holiness, believe it or not, and His love by how I interact with the person that I say I'm in love with. Like the church folk kill me. They kill me with that. They do.
But
They
it's a
think
it's
it's
an
so
action. It's action for me. It's because
they,
can you imagine somebody telling you can tell me anything or you can just be yourself around me, and then I sign the marriage certificate saying I'm going to marry you, get to the altar and realize no, I can't.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
got your auntie, your aunts, everybody judging me, and you ain't speaking up for me. I can't.
this is a funny story. Like one of my relatives will tell me a story about when she had some person go on her body, and I don't know why my sister and my cousins feel the necessary need to tell me all their personal experiences and what's going on.
We
But they
need to
don't,
know.
you know. No, they
Wait.
tell me. Just tell me. So this relative of mine said I had hemorrhoids, and so it said I just bent over from my husband and I asked him to spread my cheeks and look and tell me what it looked like. I
Yeah,
said, they do it? And she said yes. And I was like, whatever. But
that's
I,
love, baby.
when
That's
when I fell
love.
in love, when I fell in love, I start finding myself doing this, but doing things.
Baby, popping
You,
everything, bumps,
you
whatever.
see,
Where's that?
you
I
see,
got you. I got you.
need me to help clean you up. There's some wipes in the bathroom. It's like those things don't become as gross when you in love with a person.
No, it
Like
does not. Joe, we
they
had the
pick the
same
colors.
conversation last night. I was like, I don't think that it's nobody else's um nobody else should be I don't feel comfortable going and get a wax and with a lady. But I feel like with my man, I should be able to just spread eagle and he wax me. You
Baby,
know?
can.
Look, I love a moxie. He or she is really killing. So it's almost like a childlike trust and love. You just don't think about it.
Oh, that's so
Ooh,
good.
I
Yeah,
love
That's so
that.
good.
yeah.
Why are you
You
calling
just
her amoxicillin?
Cause
and
that's
it's a
what it say.
moxie. That's her name.
Oh,
It's literally that's why I'm calling it. It's really cute. See, we have we on all major platforms, even Twitch, and this is a gaming what she's at. So on Twitch they have all types of names on there. So like you be surprised at names they have on. But
I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Her name is an
Amoxicillin.
antibiotic. Like,
Ooh,
wait a
yeah,
minute.
you know what? You know what?
Hey,
Hey. She said I'm some good medicine.
all right
yep,
I'm
I'm a
now.
gamer. Come
good
on.
medicine.
Okay, so she's a woman because she said she met her husband playing the game.
Oh,
I need to get on
Oh,
the
what?
gaming system.
What game
yep.
was this? Hold
Yeah.
I need to get on the game, baby. Come on. I'm gonna hit you up later, baby, because I need to see what kind of
on.
games y'all
Amoxicillin,
playing, honey.
right? Amoxicillin, please be the probiotic in our life. Let us
Yeah.
know what gaming system you was on.
We
Please
need
be the
help,
good
honey.
stuff.
We need help.
Let
Y'all,
us know.
this has definitely been a great conversation on tonight. So let me ask
So
y'all a
it's the
question.
question: to be cuffed or not to be cuffed? Which one would you choose, Darnell?
I'm a different mind. I'm a different person now. I have a different mindset now. I'm not cuffing.
Joe?
Child can't cuff. I still don't know how to date.
I'm not cuffing. I I don't have time to. I don't have time to waste anymore. And
Yeah, I'm
part
not
of it
cuffing
is,
either.
yeah, I may go
I
hang
can't
out.
though.
I hang out with you, and that's it.
No
And we go
spooning in a spoon today.
no, no spoon and spoon. I can't trust your spoon. I don't know if it's being clean.
Baby, I don't know who been eating at your spoon, child.
Like, I'm like,
Nope.
no cuffing, no spooning,
Mm-mm.
just dating, healthy dating.
Just chill. Like
I
just
need to take
chill.
a class on that because,
My sibling can help us.
Well,
baby, I'm finna
I
get on
can
the
help you.
game.
I
I'm
can
finna
help
get
you
on the
with
game. I'm
healthy
signing up
dating,
for
and
the
she can
game
just
tonight.
on the gaming. Okay. Let me ask another question. If you join Christian singles or Christian mingles, does that mean you trying to cuff?
uh,
You know why I got over there? Ain't no Christians up on there. There's some heathens. There is some heathens up on there. They be doing all kind of stuff on that thing, baby. I had to get off of there.
Oh my
wait a minute.
lord!
Amongst the
My
sisters, no
facility, you
one
are
say
correct.
no.
You asked me to cuff for $1 million, I will be cuffing all day. You hear me?
Look.
Cuff
Hey,
for a
look.
million.
My song will be playing in the background. We fall down.
Uh-uh.
We get
But we do.
As soon as you start cuffing, sure will.
Your cuffing is you have $1 million cuffer. Oh wait a minute, I'm going like
Baby
I come.
going.
She
I'll
said you
bring the
got to stick
cuff.
around long enough to figure out what's in the briefcase. I'm willing to hang out with you. I'm willing to chill with you. Not Netflix and chill, because we know what that leads to. You ain't watching on
Baby, people
Netflix.
still suing Netflix for not having nothing on there and getting pregnant.
Okay. This has been definitely a good grown up conversation on tonight. Praise God. Okay,
Praise
so
God.
praise God. You know what? I'm some situation, but you know
Guess what,
something.
Joe? I'm
Yeah.
gonna find you. I know someone in North Carolina that I want Joe to go on a date with.
Okay, just tell them to holler
Just let him know
Okay,
that
but
she
listen.
has a big brother. That's all. That's just let her know she got a big
No,
brother.
that's not your business. But let me tell you a date that I did have a very good experience with. And it was an online date. This man literally asked me if he could have the zip code of where I lived or comfortable of a place that I could go to a town near me. And I
him.
asked him why. I gave him the zip code. He literally found a restaurant, chose my food for me, had me go pick it up, and he set an online FaceTime date just like this at 7 o'clock.
That sounds
Let
cool.
me. He is one of my best friends still to this day. The only reason that we do not date is because he lives so far away, and everybody know I'm not leaving my son in Tennessee. But that's the only reason I'm not leaving my son.
Wow.
Like, but that was
That
the
was really
coolest thing that
thoughtful
ever
though.
happened. Very much
That was
so.
very thoughtful.
Very much so. And I thought, you know what? You have to be creative in this day and time. Now, I ain't saying, like go online and just start saying yes to people, but for him to even go out of his way to do that, I thought, oh my goodness. But yeah,
Mhm.
if I could make
Baby.
it to Bermuda, he would probably be, the one.
Look at Tabitha. Tabitha said yes. Is he single?
Listen, he lives in Bermuda. That's the thing. He lives in Bermuda. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't going
Baby, I
over
ain't trying to get lost in the Bermuda Triangle, but
there. And the cost of living too high. Like, oh my gosh. But listen, he doesn't forget birthdays. He don't forget holidays. My PO box I always have a gift in it. We are just the best of friends. Now he may be dating other people like that, but hey, I enjoy our friendship that we have. We've been friends
Tabitha said ain't never
for
too far.
years.
Look, Amongst the ceilings said he was trying to get lost in your paradise. Oh, I'm sorry.
He couldn't.
He was trying to get
Son,
lost in yours. Oh, my bad. I
Uh-uh.
thought you were paradise. Y'all, I got my glasses ain't just right, so y'all forgive me.
and Joe, listen. I was thinking that he was gonna have a conniption because my phone kept on moving, and he was like, "Well, Joe be moving all the time. I want you to get on your webcam instead of your phone." So I was like, "Do you know what I'm on?" He said, "Yeah, your phone. I can tell."
Yeah, I can tell. Well, no,
It's okay.
Joe phone is fine because we gonna let the elderly rest and chill.
Don't
We
start.
it's our
Don't start.
responsibility to take care of our aged, right? That is our responsibility to take care of those who have
He
aged,
trying to be
Well,
funny, but he ain't no comedian.
have been
listen.
good to us.
I told him you're a techie person. I'm not down with that. I'm still on the iPhone, the 6 Plus. Hey, listen, it does a job for me. So if you want to upgrade it, hey, I am more open to that. I take upgrades on dates.
I ain't finna do no upgrades. Look, that's one reason why my phone bill high now. Trying to pay for that $1,500 phone. No, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a $1,500 phone.
There ain't that much talking in the world.
No, we can do MySpace or something.
Not MySpace.
I got my
Darnell
space.
said-
Don't judge me.
Darnell
Don't
said,
judge
"Oh,
me. I
give
got
him
my
some MySpace."
Joe,
got
I
my
would get him I get him a pager. We can webcam. We can web TV. But $1,500? My God.
yeah, $1,500. Yeah, that's
Oh my
when
gosh.
you get all those. And I'm a Samsung person, and I get the top of the line. Not bragging at all, but it costs. But look, I ain't trying to move that. I ain't trying to show
You
nobody
have
nothing. I got this. I got no. Forget that. Forget it.
hey,
Days is
you
over
know
with.
that means like, you know what? I wouldn't be able to get him anything. He spent $1,500 on the phone. My gifts don't exceed $200. I wouldn't be able to gift you.
Look, I'm in love with Moxicillin, y'all.
I am too.
I know you
She
married
coming
and
through.
everything. Yeah, she really is. She
She
coming through.
making me feel better.
Yeah.
Amoxicillin is being the
Don't turn
medicine.
a
She's the
4-piece nugget into a sexual expectation. Man, just go eat. Don't
Not
What?
a 4-piece nugget
not
though.
a 4-piece nugget. Let me tell y'all something I discovered, and we gonna end this like for real for when I say this.
Because
You know,
yeah,
like
baby.
men always we always get one to get accused of being sexual, and most of us are open with our sexual thoughts and priors and stuff like that, right? But
Mm-hmm.
y'all women, y'all bold in a slick way. Y'all, it's like, and thank God for my sisters because they teach me how to hear the language, and I'll be like, "You trying to holler? You trying to do something? You trying to
No,
do
we're
something?"
not. Ain't nobody.
LaWanda, we
Ain't nobody doing that.
Ain't nobody doing nothing. Mm-mm.
look.
I just wanted to lay hands on you to pray. So,
Uh-huh.
The Lord is
you
my
know,
shepherd. You knew what you
Church,
wanted.
church girls have church they do it this way. You like, can you come on my house? We can sit down and have dinner and have Bible class. We discuss some scriptures. We stuff. You know,
And then what y'all gonna do? Gonna conveniently study the book of Solomon.
I read in the the Songs of Solomon that
Baby, he be eating out of gardens and everything, baby. Yes, sir.
out of a garden.
You
What
got,
do
you
you
got to be
what
careful
do you
reading that, baby.
interpret?
I don't advise no single woman to read Songs of Solomon. Just pass.
yes, loved it.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, you like, yeah. Is that spiritual? What that mean? Is that
What does that
representative?
mean?
What does that
Yeah, you know.
like?
He said your breasts are like the mountain.
Or can you help me find a Bible that I can understand?
Yeah,
Baby, get the Message Bible. That's the ghetto version to break it all down.
Well, I had that one too, but that's one of the lines that a woman would say to me.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh
go with me
yeah.
and help me find a Bible that I can
oh, I thought you
better
were serious. Like,
understand?
see, I've been so slow. See, I was just about to tell you. Look, I will call you after the show's over with. And I will give you a list.
Got lured. He got lured.
He
Mm-hmm.
got, oh, honey, I see what my book, baby. Look, I see what my book. I understand that book right there.
Can we? You seem like a person of prayer, and you have a relationship with Jesus. I can sense that relationship. Um, do you mind? Let's pray together. Because I feel like your connection with me will strengthen my connection with Jesus.
Okay, well, let's do
You
it.
you just start.
Oh, it's like,
We
you're
bind
not
you, you
talking.
seductive spirit.
Oh,
Look,
he almost
I,
had me. I'm ready to
I, I,
pray. Like,
I'm gonna say this much, and I for real, we gotta go because we been on this thing for like an hour and 30 minutes. Like for real, this been a good conversation. So I remember, in my years past, I met this beautiful woman.
Look at my
Woman.
feelings.
My years past.
She said
Look,
we heathens over here. We don't know nothing about the Bible.
sinners need love too. That's what they said in Color Purple.
so so this person, she was like, "So can we have prayer together?" I'm like, yeah, we can pray. Like, okay, cool. And so So it was like, no, I start off with praying, then I'll let you take over, right? So you know how it is when you pray together, especially from the Pentecostal charismatic. We pray together. Like as I'm praying, you praying with me in a sign of agreement, right? So I noticed something. I'm like, when I got to praying, and especially y'all, I'm Pentecostal, so y'all know what happens. Once you get prayer. So all of a sudden there was a complete silence. The first time I didn't pay no attention to it. I thought maybe, whatever. The second time I paid no attention. The third time I paid attention. The fourth time I paid no attention to it. So I remember. So one day we was talking, just talking, just regularly, and she was like, you know what? You may not look at me the same anymore after this. I'm like, what is it? Well, have you noticed when you pray, I get really, really silent? I was like, yeah. She's like, a man that prays turns me on.
Oh,
Darnell,
oh.
I'm gonna ask God to bless you with your prophetic acuity because I don't know why you wasn't aware of it.
Oh, praying man. Did you
Baby,
not hear
her
me
father
say
got
a
turned on
praying
while you
man,
was
God fearing man?
shondoing.
Black man.
I was like,
Baby,
oh,
you done unlocked some doors, honey. Huh? That no man can shut. My God. Come
Listen,
through.
I was
listen,
like,
Joe.
jeez,
He should have known that
jeez.
because in our conversation last night, I was like, well, I got to church late, but when I opened that door and Darnell was in that pulpit doing his thing, I was like,
Come
whoa.
on.
Wait a minute, my
Hey
bishop.
now.
Sorry, Pastor. I'm sorry, Bishop. Forgive me. Forgive me.
Bishop said, what?
Amoxicillin said, don't take her to church, lose her by the musical breakdown. Who is Amoxicillin? Baby, I'm about to talk to you, baby, because honey.
Little Master Silly, you need to I wish you can connect with us privately. I don't know how to do that, but
Yeah, I don't know how, baby.
this is funny. Like
What is the game she's on?
she's on Twitch. So if
Oh,
you can
Twitch.
go in our Twitch account and send us a message, 'cause we have to figure out who you are because you just really
Yes, because you
like
tickle
real,
me.
for real.
Bishop
He said,
laughed.
"Oh, Bishop, listen, I'm just telling you the truth. Church is for not just saved people. It's for those. I was caught right there in the spirit, just like, ooh, I did not know that he would be like this, and it was exciting to me. It made me sit down, and I was involved in service for the rest of the day. Like, my God.
It caused her to participate. Okay.
Caused me,
She said that
when you
thing.
come in and you feel nervous as a visitor anyway. And when I came in and I saw Darnell in the pulpit, I literally was like, whoa. I had never seen that side of him in my life.
That's how it
I was
be.
like,
That's how it be,
whoa.
baby. Be
And
like,
just because it was a moment that it struck my fancy, I was like, oh my God. I didn't know that part of my heart would jump. Oh my goodness. That's exactly
come on, her
how it
baby
happened.
leaf. Hold on,
You
Danielle.
know?
She said, what is this? They asked me, this is it. Come on.
Tabitha said she was awake. Glory to God.
I was awake. It was
Glory
awake
to God.
in my
Her
spirit.
Lazarus came forth.
I was like, oh wow. Okay.
Oh my Jesus.
That was just the God in you that attracted me. That part of Jesus that was like, ooh.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. When I first met my brother, I know that sounds strange to some of y'all. We didn't grow up together. When I first met my brother and I saw him in the pulpit, I was the same. I was like, well, come on, I ain't know this was here. Come on,
Yes.
Saint. So I understand it do catch you because he be like, my brother is modest. My sister, she can blow. My sister. And then you go up in there, praise the Lord. Like, come on,
Yes.
Saint, you
Because
better.
I always known him to be quiet. And I kept on saying to myself, I was thinking, well, how does he go to apostolic church? How does he do that? And he's very quiet. His demeanor is like Church of Christ. But baby,
Bishop, you hear this? Bishop, do you hear this?
His demeanor is like Church of Christ when you meet him out. But when you see him in his norm, oh, what?
She said Church of Christ. I ain't never heard that one.
Very reserved.
I would have gave you old school Church of God in Christ.
Well, see,
Church of God,
like
no,
the old school
Church of God, no.
But see, the thing of it is like
No
Um,
music. That's where he was Church of Christ. No music, none of
Joe,
that.
Joe, can, Joe, can, Joe can say that because when I first met her, like I was thinking
Baby,
her
he
good.
asked me, was I going to hell?
I,
Did
I,
I
I
love the
want my
Lord?
God.
saved. So that's why she said that. But like you met me in my like I tell people really don't believe this. I'm like, I'm introverted. You know what I'm saying? And like I thank God for I'm gonna shout out Christy Coleman, my pastor Kenny Simmons. I thank God for my late Bishop Seward. Those people push me out of my comfort zone. And sometimes like my pastor, like we get talking, he said, I need you to do this. I'm Bishop, I really don't feel like doing it. He's like, I need you to do it. And some people may seem like say, well, he's forcing you to do something you don't want to do. When you have good leaders and good people around you, they will automatically like check you into a place they know that you're designed to be in. And like I
Mhm.
prefer to be off in the corner. You give me a good book, a magazine, and a good article, I'm fine. My mind be like other
I'm going to give
places.
you the dictionary,
They can give
the
me what
And then
encyclopedia.
they can be
then
little
you went. You said,
encyclopedia
"Oh my
made up.
God, Pastor!" You said, "Oh my God, Bishop." I apologize, and I'm thinking, but your bishop was known as the cool teacher to my son that he mentored. So
Yeah.
there's a happy medium in you being like a Church of Christ person, and then I'm seeing you in another different light. There's a happy medium there. Like I was like, what?
On the
Yeah, like
city's northern border.
yeah, yes, it really made me feel like, he just don't know God. He ain't even ashamed, baby. Let me go ahead and go on in here. Because literally, I mean, it opened my eyes. I was like, what?
Yeah, 'cause
Heart
Bishop
got
is
the
too
bubble.
cool for school. Yeah,
He's
I'm
Bishop
very,
is.
oh my goodness. I
Yo,
love
I'm
him
not
to
gonna tell a
pieces.
story. I be forgetting my pastor. He's an older man because he is so cool and so youthful. It is crazy. Like, and I be like, dang, my pastor is an older guy, but he's just so cool, man. Like,
Yeah, I hang past. I hang
yeah,
out.
like sometimes in my mind I check off stuff that he do. I got to tweak it for me. Oh, let me try this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because he is so smooth, so smooth. But you know what?
Very
If I had
much
to
so.
y'all Anna had posted a picture of him, and we don't kind of got off stuff, but anyway, I posted a picture because he is cool. Like when back in the '80s, my pastor had that curly hair going on down his
Not
back.
not the elder barge.
My elder barge, yes, yes.
Oh, Bishop. Baby,
I was
that's
like,
when light skin was in, wasn't
uh,
What? This when light skin was
his,
in, honey.
his sister Sue, she walking out of a magazine. I was like,
That's
Lord, no
what
wonder.
got him right there, baby. I know she
Yeah,
said that long hair.
yeah, yeah. Bishop said
Yes.
that's what light skin was in. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go out. She owed me because she stood me up twice. So we're gonna go out. She stood me up
Not
twice.
Who
twice.
gonna go? Who
Yeah,
stood him up twice? I
she
ain't got my
did.
glasses on. Oh, you talking
Oh,
about me? I'm
I can
trying to
see.
see who.
Yeah, I can tell you about the first time a couple years ago. We spoke went out. I was like, this is what
Bishop.
me.
Bishop. Go ahead and
Uh huh.
tell me in private. Tell me in private.
You want to hear press service?
I want you to tell me when I stood you up in private. I don't want you to tell me in front of all these people.
Not twice. Yes, Tabitha. But yeah, we gonna go out. We chill. She's like we hang out. We got a group of friends and we hang out. And this girl have us laughing from the time she walked through the door
Cause she
until
said I didn't know who you was talking about for a long time. You showed me a picture. I was like, I know her.
And
yeah.
listen, Joe, I literally was like, "What? Joe is your sister? What in the world?" I'm gonna talk to Joe now because we gotta get you right. Can't get right. Like, do you not know the game I'm spitting? Do you not hear the words coming out of my mouth? Uh, if I gotta bang you on the head and drag you back to the cave, then I'm the woman that's gonna want to lead. Let me just work on being like dainty.
Yo, we got a
Bishop,
follower. We got a
Bishop,
follower.
can you please get him to Bishop, can you school him on how to je ne sais quoi like yeah.
So don't let my Church of Christ demeanor fool you. Now I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay. So I gotta get one more game in before I go to work, go to bed. But y'all have a good night. I'll follow y'all channels. Perhaps I catch y'all again. Yes, you will.
Yay!
Yes.
Freestyle.
Yes, she is
Friday.
the medicine to our page.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Tab-
are we gonna pray?
Tabitha. You got to know LaWanda. LaWanda is pressing hard, but you got to know LaWanda. We're gonna leave that there. Wait till she gonna
Tabitha,
call me
yes,
after
because
a
you
little
know I
bit.
will press and then I back off, child. You know.
All right. So this is what we do. If you would like to donate to us, if you like to sponsor, we do have packages. This is the longest conversation we ever had. It was funny.
It
Let me
was
go ahead and pay for
wow.
that extra time.
We have a platinum package, which is $60 per month, a gold package, which is $40 per month, a silver package, 20, and bronze is 10. You can scan the QR code. It will go straight to the page where you can sign up and you can donate. That way, we don't see none of your personal information, none like that type of stuff. It goes straight to the bank. Um, that's what we do. So we would like for you to sponsor. If you just want to give, you can give through Cash App, $ Rare Image 26. You could definitely give that. If you want to be a visual sponsor, we have a way for you to get that. Look, we gonna straighten out. I'm gonna get into our account a little bit.
Bishop said he gonna help you, LaWanda.
Oh, thank you, Bishop. Because you know I've already donated, and my donation came right back to me via Cash App.
Well, yeah, because it signed me because of my old phone. It signed me out of our email, so I try to get back
But
into
Joe,
it.
I was thinking, oh my God, he don't accept money from a woman either. Yes.
I don't. Joe is ex Joe can tell you, Joe. It's very hard for me to take money from a woman, and
It
it's like,
is. I have to wrestle him. So
yeah,
Listen, Joe,
because
I was like, that's attractive. Let me put it in his hand this time. He explained to me the Cash App, but yes, Bishop, thank you for
yeah,
helping me. Appreciate it.
yeah, so Gmail was like, well, we're going to verify this is you, so we'll send you something in 30 days. Like, ooh, this me. Anyway. So that's that on that. Y'all, we really, really enjoyed you all tonight. It's been a great conversation. Y'all, will y'all please give Miss Wanda J, LaWanda Jones, a emoji round of applause, man. She has definitely been a
push the
good.
button. Push the button.
I'll be forgetting
I
about
gotta
the
push the
button.
button.
No. Yeah.
I'll be
It's
forgetting
not a button.
this whole system that I'll be forgetting about. Like I really do. So
Why I gotta help him now, a million miles away to push the button?
Hey,
what you
listen,
say?
Why I
I
got
gotta
to
help you.
I this was definitely a great conversation on tonight, man. I definitely enjoyed like one. We needed this laugh. We really did, and this is
We
a good time.
did.
Yeah. So to cuff,
And this
not to cuff.
conversation,
Joe said she ain't cuffing. I said I ain't cuffing. The one said she ain't cuffing.
I ain't
But
cuffing.
we're willing to hang out and have fun and just enjoy life.
LaWanda may need to be a regularly scheduled segment on Sunday nights. I'm
She,
just
she
saying.
might she might need to be.
She may
She
need
might.
to be. Ooh, listen, but I literally will. This will continue on my page, on my Facebook page, because this is a subject that I really want the world to discuss. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And we might just keep making this a residual conversation because this time of year, like everybody want to connect. Everybody got their reasons of want to connect. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good topic. I'm not. If I ain't gonna be no cuffing. It's gonna be something serious. So if y'all hear about me connecting, I'm connected. So, but that's how it's gonna be.
And I done ran her background and everything, and I'm side eyed like all the stuff I threw out there, all the hints I threw out there. He just, what they be saying you be doing? I patted him. What they be saying? I did this. He blocked him. No. Can you cuff a friend? That's the next question. Can you cuff a friend?
Can you cuff a friend?
Can you date a friend? That homie, no. Should you date a friend?
No, it's not
No.
necessarily no. Not necessarily.
Now,
We ain't
if our
cuffing.
friendship develops, okay, that's another.
That's another subject.
Yeah, we got to explore that one. We got to explore that one. That
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the next one.
Because
Okay.
Because
Tell
I
your
got some friends
friends.
I wish I would have stepped to a long time ago. Anyway, that's another conversation. But
Step two, step two,
He said
step
that
two, step
long
two.
time ago.
long time.
Been a long
I
time. I should have stepped two.
we love you all. Father, we bless you. We thank you. We thank for all our viewers. God, we ask you,
Yes,
God, to
Lord.
touch every one of them. God, the conversation was funny, but God, even in the conversation, there was a lot of information that was given. God, let us use the information, God, to inspire us to make the best decision in this season of our lives. To understand when to cuff. Cuffing don't always mean you having sex, but connecting with people. Understand when to connect with somebody and when not to connect with somebody. Father, we bless you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.